Hey yo, shout out to Black Diamond. I got them Nikes on my feet as we speak, homie. Yeah. Shout out to Mac. Miller.
All I do is rhyme. All I do is get this money. All I do is grind. Play shows and chill with honeys. All I do is shine. Tour the world, ain't it funny? I'm one of a kind.
Sinatra.
All I do is
Hey Ken, stop. You know, you made a cool video and you made a cool little intro and, you know, it was really inspiring with text on the screen, but like, stop. It didn't have a purpose. It didn't really have a story. It just was. I think in my head, I was trying to pull off this kind of like showing off kind of video, but like, come on, we all know that's not who I am. So here's the deal. I was trying to make a video to share what's going on. I've been wanting to post on this channel for so long, but I don't have a good reason for why I didn't post. Honestly, I thought I was too good for it or something. Like it doesn't make any sense to me why I wouldn't post on a YouTube channel. I'm sure there's like thousands of you guys out there who would just love to just do this. It's so simple. The reason I'm here and the reason I stopped playing that other video, there's a whole video. If you'd like to see it, let me know. The reason I stopped that video to make this video was because I actually wanted to tell a story. I kind of recognized that that is where my YouTube all started from. I just wanted to tell my story. Honestly, a little over a month ago, I was in my dorm room, I was hanging out with my friends, I was doing really normal things, and here I am, let's see, a month and a half later, I've dropped out of college, I'm working my dream job, and it's like a crazy, crazy life. So I guess we should probably start all the way back, like all the way back at the beginning, where I first made this connection. So back when I was working for a florist, I think 2 or 3 summers ago, back in Annapolis, I met a photographer. Her name is Natalie. Natalie and I started our friendship based off entirely that I guess we kind of were social media people. She shot weddings, I made YouTube videos, I did social media for a florist. And that was really it. We talked like 2 or 3 times. I don't really know how we actually connected, but I kind of sensed, I think a long time ago, that when I first met Natalie, something would happen. Here we are, you know, a couple years later, my school is like, hey Ken, if you want to graduate from our college, you have to do an internship over the summer. And I was like, great, this is perfect. At the time, I was running my own company, more or less doing YouTube. Like again, I feel really bad. Again, I feel really bad. I don't know, something kind of changed inside me and I realized that like YouTube at the time was really fun, but for me personally, it wasn't fully sustainable. Like I wasn't sustaining myself as you see a lot of these big creators are. And that was fine, like I was fine with that. It was a really like crazy time in my life because I didn't know what I wanted. I was finishing my junior year of college and I was getting to the point where everyone was like, oh, what are you gonna do after college? I was a mass communications major. I didn't really have much other than that. Like it wasn't that special. Like I didn't know. I think a lot, my friends and I, we kind of were banking on the fact that maybe I was gonna see some success on YouTube, or maybe I was going to, I don't know what to say there. We thought that there was something, but really deep down inside, I actually was very insecure and I was very scared because I didn't know what I was gonna do. I had no idea. So the school reaches out and I had already asked if I could do a social media internship, like running Twitter and Instagram for some company. And they were like, no, Kent, that is ridiculous. That is not an option. You may not do that. That was like a weird thing because social media and Kent kind of like, but you know, whatever. I was just like, I was in it for the ride, I guess. They did present something else to me. They said, hey, we actually did find you a film internship right down the street at a winery. And I was like, okay, I mean, I guess that's cool, but I don't really want to stay around school because, you know, I always say my school is in St. Louis, Missouri, but really it's not in St. Louis, Missouri. It's about an hour outside St. Louis, Missouri. So as you can imagine, this wasn't exactly the perfect place for me to stay. So I was like, crap, I'm gonna need to figure this internship thing out for myself. So I started scouring all my options, sending emails to people in New York. I reached out to like some serious stretch people that I never thought I would hear back from. And I did get one text back. And this is the reason I told you about Natalie. Natalie and I had one time, I think, joked at an event about starting a vlog together. I had expressed interest in maybe doing a vlog for someone else, and she was like, hey, why don't you actually maybe do that? So she was like, this is the deal. If you come out here, I'll cover all your expenses, kind of like Wolf style, Yoon Olsen style, I don't know, we've seen a lot of YouTubers have filmers, and I was like, this is a thing, like I could do that. Like I know how to make vlogs. I don't know if it's technically what I want to do forever, but I can do it. So my school said, yeah, that's totally fine, go ahead and do it. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to fly out to San Francisco, follow around this girl that I really don't know that well, and we're just gonna like make vlogs, I guess? Like that's gonna be it? I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So here we go. Day one of the internship, we started in New York City to drop off a check at a charity that they had raised money for previously. I literally had no part of it, but it was really fun. Shouts Pencils of Promise. I then spent about a week in Maryland and then flew all the way out to San Francisco. And this is where things got really interesting. So Natalie works for this company called Honeybook. And Honeybook is like a company for creative entrepreneurs who are running their business, and it like helps them do that. I wasn't working for Honeybook, but I would go to work at Honeybook. I would just go to work and follow Natalie around everywhere she went and make videos for them. Them being Natalie, so her. So I did that for about 2 weeks or so, and we did a bunch of traveling in there, which was really exciting, and I had a ton of fun doing it. And I get back, and I sit down with Natalie's boss. Her name is Juliana. And Juliana was like, hey Ken, so things have really changed around here and we want to hire you. So to me, I was like, oh my God, like what does this mean? Do they want to stop the vlog? They just want me to do videos for them. I'd done, I think 2 videos in the past for them where I just literally filmed the vlog normally and then given them the footage and they had bought it from me. At the time, I forgot to mention this, Natalie and our arrangement was that she would just cover my expenses. So I essentially didn't really have much of an income. I had money for food and a place to stay, but nothing really on top of that. So I was kind of like, you know, here's the line of like getting by. This was me. I had 0 complaints, I'm gonna be honest. I had my computer, I would come home from work and I would play video games or go to sleep. Because this is startup land, and I don't know if you know this, but everyone gets into work really early and leaves work really late. And there is kind of this sense of, it doesn't really matter. Like 9 to 5 is not a thing out here. People just don't do that. And I was slowly learning that this was something I actually really enjoyed. So back to this job offer, she offers it to me. There was nothing on the table, no contract, no money. It was just like, hey, do you want to work here? And I was like, I mean, I think so, but like, what does that really mean? Literally the next day, I'm on a plane back to Maryland to help Natalie shoot a wedding. And you know, all this while, I'm trying to talk to Jamie, figure this out, talk to my parents, figure this out, talk to literally everyone, including my like college friends. I was like, guys, if I take this job, I don't think I'm coming back to school. This is where things get really interesting because this is where things start to happen very, very quickly. We basically road tripped across America. Natalie and I kind of flew most of it, so we didn't really road trip, but Huey, Natalie's husband, Huey drove the whole thing. He's nuts. It brought Natalie and I a lot closer, and it really showed us what the future of this vlog could be. I mean, we were seeing like a significant increase in our audience. We were having a ton of fun making these videos, and we were going to some of the coolest places I've ever been in my life. And this was in the first 3 weeks of my internship. You have to remember that. My laundry's done. Honestly, I was just in shock. I was just along for the ride. I had 0 expectations. I had no idea any of this was gonna happen. I literally was here to do an internship. And ironically, it was for school credit. So I was making vlogs for school credit. That was a fun fact. So I get back to San Francisco and my other sleeping arrangement didn't actually work out. So I then moved into Natalie's place and I was sleeping on her floor. It was awesome, actually. Natalie, thank you so much for letting me stay on your floor. It was madness. It all happened so fast. I got into work the next day, a contract was in front of me, and this was kind of the biggest leap of faith in my life, but I signed it. It was shocking. Like I realized what I was doing by signing it, like I was changing my life forever. I don't really know anyone else whose job it is literally to make these vlogs. Yes, I make other videos as well, but I make these vlogs 5 days a week. That's insane. Find me someone else who does that, and I would love to talk to them because we both have pretty dope jobs. So now here I am at Honeybook. I now work for the company. I'm still traveling. I'm still going everywhere with Natalie, and that's my job now. The reason I wanted to tell this story One, I wanted to update you. I wanted to like really get back into this. I don't know what it was that forced me to stop. There really is no reason. I have no excuse. I don't know. Actually, about 3 days ago, I was back watching a bunch of my old videos and I almost started to cry because I was just like, this is who I was. And did I give that up or did I have to move on? And that's the question I've been grappling with for the past like 3-4 days. And whenever someone would talk to me about it, I would just push it away because I really wanted me making this to be a decision of my own. That is something that I have learned in these past 4 weeks that I think is more important than dropping out of school, taking my dream job. Learning that doing what you want to do is the most important thing. If you want to come home from work and get in your bed, you do that. If you want to come home and start working on another business or start filming a video or take photos or do whatever it is you want to do, you need to do that. It was incredibly inspiring to me to kind of stumble upon what I really wanted. And that was to get back to this. I love talking to the camera, even if this is a really bad shot and there's horrible lighting and I don't really know what I'm doing. I've never taken a film class in my life. I'm a filmer professionally now. It's my job and I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, moral of the story, I want to do more talking videos like this. I'd like to watch videos together. I'd love to go travel together, all kinds of stuff. I don't really know when I'm going to be posting, so I don't know if you can really hold me that accountable, but I missed you. You know, everyone who interacts with me on Twitter and Instagram is still like, every time you tweet at me, I still feel that little fire in the back of my heart that's like burning and it's like, hey, you miss it. It's hard to explain what it feels like to give up something you loved. It's even harder to explain it when you don't know why you did that. So I'm here to say, I miss this. And I'm so, so glad to be back. Look, never be stagnant. Never let this, graph of your life ever plateau. If you feel as if your life was going up and then now it's doing this, now it's doing that flat part, find something to escalate. Back when I was doing improv, we always had this rule to escalate. If you were doing anything and you presented something, it had to be more. Always more. You always want more. So yeah, I guess we can all be excited now. Like, I'm making a video. Is this what you wanted, everyone on Twitter? Are you happy? But yeah, long story short, I missed you.